Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing my makeup with some new products from Maybelline. Let's just jump into it. I'll start by telling you what is already on my face. It looks like I did not bring it in, but it is my Maybelline Build a Brow. It is in the shade Ash Brown. I also have my Fit Me concealer in the shade medium on, and then I tapped just a little bit of the Eraser Multi-Use Concealer in the shade 160 on top of it for just a little bit of brightening. I have 4 new products in front of me. One you've seen before, the other 3 you have not. The first new product I have is a liquid shadow. This is the Shadow Drip Eye Tint. This comes in 5 different shades. I picked up the shade Brass Drip. I love a one and done shadow. That looks very pretty. And I figure I can put a little bit of bronzer in my crease if I want to map out my eye look a little bit more. So I am just going to swipe this on my eye. Feels very silky smooth, a little on the wet side. And then I'll take my Real Techniques, I believe this is a 301. That looks very pretty. I'll go ahead and add a little bit to the bottom. It doesn't seem to dry super fast, which I'm hoping is a good thing. We'll check on it, make sure that it's drying nicely, and maybe I'll add a little bronzer in a bit. While I'm here, I'll go ahead and add some of my Tattoo Studio Smoky Eyes black liner in my upper outer waterline and a little bit above. And I bring it up a little bit on the edge and then try to taper it down towards the center, just for a little added lift. And this one does have a smudger if you want to soften that line. Let's check on the eyeshadow. Feels dry. I think I will take some of my City Bronzer. I have mine in the shade 200, and I'm just gonna take my Rougher 15 and just add a little bit more, mostly on the outer corner, just to make it look a little more finished. Just a little bit underneath. I'll just stick with the eyes, and the next new product that I have is the Lash Sensational Body Mascara. This one claims full body volume, all day lifted curve, a washable mascara. I got mine in very black. I love the packaging. Here's what the wand looks like. And I will say that earlier today I had this mascara on. I tested out 2 of the products so that I would have a little more detailed thoughts for you. And I had a really good experience. This mascara is definitely more of a wispy length mascara. One of the things that I really liked about it is that I just kept building and building, and it did not seem to get clumpy at all, which I really like. So if you are someone that's just into a quick, lengthened, separated, lifted look, this would be good for you. Or if you want to take your time, you can really build it up. And it does feel really silky going through my lashes. Here's one coat on this eye. It did a nice job. I'll go ahead and add 2 coats. And I'll be right back. I'm back. This is 2 coats, and I must say I am pretty impressed. I'm liking it. The third new product from Maybelline that I have to test out today is a new foundation. This is the Lifter Plump and Glow Foundation. This is a revolutionary skin caring formula, clinically tested to visibly plump and brighten skin instantly while improving your skin's health over time. It is a 90% skincare formula supercharged with niacinamide, a powerful antioxidant that helps refine pores and even skin tone, and hyaluronic acid to deeply hydrate and plump skin, minimizing the look of wrinkles. A radiant finish enhances your skin's natural luminosity, leaving you with a healthy, vibrant glow. Our long-wearing formula stays put all day, keeping you looking fresh and confident. It does come in 24 shades. Now, I am an oily skinned person, so this makes me a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I have mature skin. I'm 51 years old, and I'm finding that some matte foundations are just not mature skin friendly. So I want to try this out. I did have it on earlier today and I wore it for about 8 hours, and I must say it wore very well. Let's look at the consistency. It is not a super thin foundation. My preference is a thin foundation, but it feels very lightweight on the skin. I got mine in the shade 120, which is the shade I believe I have in the Lumi Matte that I love so much. It's got good coverage. I'd say that that looks really nice. The luminosity does not seem to be too much. And of course, I'm gonna powder my T-zone, and wearing it for the 8 hours that I had it on earlier today, the only thing that I noticed was a little bit of settling in this smile line, which is always a problem for me. But the skin looks really good, very healthy. While we're letting that settle, I'll take a little bit of my Fit Me concealer in medium and just tap it on my couple of little problem areas that I like to cover. By the way, this was a Haley's Beauty foundation brush, and this one is from Eco Tools. For powder, I brought in my Fit Me loose powder in Fair to set under my eyes, and this is a Real Techniques setting brush. I first set with a brush and then I go in with a puff and just dust it away. I'll set some more after I add more of my cream products, because I brought in my lifter stick for bronzer. This is Beloved. This is shade 65, comes in lots of different shades. You can use it for different things. I have a bronzer shade. I'll go ahead and add some bronzer. This is my e.l.f. stain and tint brush that I like to use for bronzer and blush. Such a nice bronzer stick. For blush, some of you may have seen this, some of you may have not, but Maybelline just recently released this Cloudtopia. This is a cheek and lip mousse. I have mine in the shade Toasted Sky. I'm gonna wear this on my cheeks and my lips today, because the first time I tested it, I didn't put it on my lips. Today I will. This is a really moussey formula that goes on so pretty. I'll use the same brush that I used for my bronzer, just tap it out on my hand and apply. This Toasted Sky is just the perfect shade for me. It's like a neutral brownie kind of mauve, just goes with everything. And add a little bit more because I love blush. I am looking sun-kissed and a little bit glowy. To set the rest of my face, I brought in my Fit Me pressed powder, and I have this in the shade Buff Beige. It does come with a little sponge and a mirror. I'm gonna use this Morphe A21 because I wanna be sort of light with it on the perimeters of my face, and then I'll go in with a puff. And a little bit around my pore area. It's looking good. I have my lifter liner. As you can see, it's well loved. I believe this is the shade On It. And now I'll add this Cloudtopia in the Toasted Sky shade. Ooh, that's pretty. Pretty, but it's drying down a little bit too dry, so maybe I will blot it and add a gloss. I have my lifter gloss in gold. I'll add a bit of this mascara on my bottom lashes. I think I want to add a little bit of powder bronzer. So I'll take my Jasmine angled brush and just add a little bit more of a less glowy bronzer. There we go. Final thoughts on the new products. You know I like the Cloudtopia. I don't love it on my lips, but if you want to wear it under a gloss, I think that looks nice. But as a blush, absolutely. I'm looking at the eyeshadow and I think it looks beautiful. I love that color. It's a very nice one and done bronze shade. I of course will let you know if anything weird happens, but so far so good. The mascara I'm impressed with. I think it looks really, really nice. It's funny to say it's enjoyable to put on, but just certain mascaras just glide through the lashes in a way that's enjoyable, and I liked putting this on. Is it going to replace my favorite Firework mascara? I'm not sure yet, but right now, definitely an A-. And the foundation, I'm really enjoying. As long as my T-zone is a little more mattified, I enjoy the way that the rest of the skin looks. I can definitely see a glow, definitely more than the Lumi Matte. And because I wore it 8 hours already once, I have very high hopes for it. But for sure, I will continue wearing it until the end of the month. Stay tuned for my favorites and fails. I will keep you posted. I think it's a lovely foundation. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've picked these items up. I, of course, will have everything that was on my face listed and linked in the description box below. These are affiliate links, so if you shop with those links, I want to thank you in advance because I do make a small commission and it does help support me and my channel. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I upload videos on Mondays and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up and, of course, leave me that comment, even if it's a heart, to let me know you are here. I thank you so much for spending some of your precious time with me today. I'll see you in the next one.